My name is Antonia Clemente. I am the founder and executive director of the Healing Center. We are a domestic violence, gender-based violence organization working with families affected by intimate partner violence and gender-based violence. Our lives have been upended by a dangerous pandemic. We're in the midst of national moments of reckoning around racism and anti-Black violence. Our communities and families are struggling to make ends meet during a time of record unemployment. The Healing Center's clients are more isolated and at risk than ever. Sometimes it seems that there is no good news, yet despite the darkness, there is glimmers of hope and light. Neighbors are helping one another. We see communities coming together to support one another, and that gives us hope. Intimate partner violence and gender-based violence, as it's known, is not going away. And during this pandemic, what we've seen a rise of people affected by abuse, people living with their batterers at home or with the person who causes them harm. So now that as the pandemic lifts up, we're going to hear the stories. What happened during this pandemic? What happened to women and children and other people that were affected, that were at home with their abusers? The Healing Center is an organization that is prepared and ready to work with families.
I first reached out to the Healing Center because I was talking to Pastor Melinda, and I was telling her what my children and I were experiencing. We have been going through family violence and family abuse. And she said she knew an amazing organization called the Healing Center, and she referred me to Catherine. And that's how I found the Healing Center. Working with the Healing Center has been amazing because y'all don't make anybody wait. Y'all get right back to us. And y'all amazing because y'all doing it from the heart. It's been great. It lets me know that I'm not alone. My children are not alone. And if you can't help someone with a certain thing, you connect us to someone else who can pick up where you can't help us from. So it's just like a domino effect. You go from y'all and y'all connect us to someone else. And then we all work together and make it happen. So it's been amazing.
When I became a principal, I came across a problem. One of my district office called and said that one of my teachers had to be removed from the classroom because she had been arrested for domestic violence. So I bring her to my office and I ask her what happened. And she says it was her boyfriend who abused her, and that she defended herself. She found a frying pan and banged him with the frying pan. And he went to the police and made a report on her. She was a tiny little girl and he was a big guy. And so I realized that I had no way of helping her. My only way of helping her was really that I was able to get her back into the classroom and appeal to the district office, said that she was not responsible, that she was actually the victim. But many cases began to come around me. Staff members, having issues, kids, bruised kids having issues, people reporting incidents that had happened to them. And I had no preparation for that. We as principals are not prepared for those kinds of situations. We really are academics and running schools, but we're not prepared for those situations. And what we had to do was reach out. And the place to reach out was the Healing Center. It was the only place in the whole community that provided these kinds of services.
The Healing Center is a special place, not because I'm the founder, but because of the work we've done, because of the hundreds and hundreds of women that have come through our doors, because of the community education and awareness that we provide to the community.
Lo que yo pues les he comentado de todo lo que he vivido y pues lo que me han tratado de orientar y pues de ayudar.
It's our philosophy to help women understand what has happened to them, to name it, where they themselves can see the power that they have. It's our responsibility to share, to help women to see the power that they have within themselves. I once told someone I didn't realize I had power. As a woman, as a girl, as a little girl, I didn't know I had power. So our goal, and it's our philosophy to instill in the girls that we work with and the women that we work with that they have power. And I think one of the things that we're not taught as women that we have power. So part of our work is no, tú tienes poder, you have power. And that goes a long way when a woman is telling that to somebody else.
I'm here to tell you that family violence is real and it affects you mentally, emotionally, you get depressed, you get anxiety, you become afraid. Sometimes a person can become paranoid because you don't know who's looking behind you. You don't know what's gonna happen next. And my family has threatened to kill us. You know, they have acted on it a lot, you know. My family members have used my name to get credit. My family members have tried to get my son taken away from me to where I have had an ACS case. And if it wasn't for my son's school and knowing me, I could have lost my son. So this is serious. Any type of violence should be taken serious. And it's not. Family violence it's like thrown under the bridge, but it's really serious. And there should be a lot more help for it. And I thank God for y'all taking me serious and hearing me and my children. So I thank you for that.
One of my hopes is that they raise a lot of money in this event, that they're able to balance the work that they do with additional resources. That definitely they need the resources. So I advocate for people that I know and people that have been active in some of these causes to donate to the center so that they can continue their work and they can grow. I also hope that people begin to take this very seriously, because even though this happens mostly behind closed doors, it does show in the open. It shows in the schools, it shows in the streets, it shows in the supermarkets. You could see it, but most of the time we have no way of doing anything about it. So I wish that the work of the Healing Center would grow, and that they would be able to expand, and that they would be able to provide additional services for everybody.
O sí, eso de que yo ahora pues me siento apoyada, más segura que insegura que antes, ¿ve? Porque yo le digo, yo dije, sin ese hombre, yo qué voy a hacer ya en este país, yo quizás voy a andar viviendo en la calle con mis hijos. Yo me sentía a morir ahogada, pero yo siento que ahora pues no es así. Y como yo lo digo, pues sin hombres y con hombres se puede salir adelante.
The Healing Center is amazing. The Healing Center is inspiring. The Healing Center would give you back hope, give you back life. The Healing Center would give you back energy that you thought you would never get back. The Healing Center would give you back the courage to stand up and take charge, because Catherine and the staff here are like a breath of fresh air. They are a bunch of the most jazziest, amazing ladies that you're ever gonna wanna meet. And if you come in feeling lifeless, they will speak life to your dry bones. They will water your roots so that you can come alive and spring forth and know that you are not what your abuser or your abusers say that you are.
I celebrate the fact that we've lasted 20 years. I celebrate the fact that lives were changed, transformed. I celebrate the staffing that I've had. I celebrate a board of directors that have supported the Healing Center. I celebrate those funders and donors that continue to support this work. So there is much to celebrate in terms of the direction of where we've come from and how we started to the future. I'm looking at the future of the Healing Center, and I know that with good partnership and good donors like you, the work will continue forward.